Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another day of 30 days of sketches. Today is day 15 and I am combining it today with mixed media Mayhem. So I've taken some inspiration from both. This is the beautiful sketch that we're using from Lisa Cuneo over at My Scrapbook Table. That is her YouTube channel. You can check her out over there. She's pretty awesome. And then this is the mixed media Mayhem inspiration from Dorota, and I cannot say that last name. I'm so sorry. So what I decided to do was to take the inspiration from the mixed media page to do mixed media at the top of my page, or at least the heaviest amount is what it looks like she's got on hers. And so that is what I've decided to do. And I apologize that I'm slightly out of frame, but I am really just putting down some texture paste. And what I'm using is some transparent texture paste from, I think it's Ranger. Yeah, it's Ranger. And then I waited for that to dry, and then I went and took my Dilutions Desert Sand Shimmer Spray, and I sprayed it right over the top. And so that is, the texture paste is acting a bit like a resist, so that it shows that beautiful wood grain. The stencil that I used is a Minte stencil. I will put links down below for any of the products that I used that I see that are available still. Some of my stuff is older, so it may not be available. Like I know that that Minte stencil is, I've had it in my stash for a while, so I'm not sure that it is available. But again, links will be down below. If there's anything that interests you, you can check and see if it's there. Okay, so I have this photo of my niece's middle child. This is, she's probably three weeks old. Or so, and she's almost 2 now, so it's kind of an older photo, but I hadn't documented it yet, and this is going, I'm giving it to them. It's not staying in my book, but what I decided to do is take that mixed media and parse it out into strips, which is somewhat like what Lisa has on the sketch that we are using for 30 days of sketches. So my mixed media is still going to be up at the top. It's going to be broken into strips. Hers look like I don't know if they're overlapping or not, but she's also got a stitched line across the top. I'm not doing a stitched line, but I am just going to go ahead and back everything with a black matte. And I don't end up using that black background paper. I'm going to use white, but I am using the black behind the photo and behind all of these strips to make them really pop on the white, and I really like how it ends up looking. I'm measuring right here because it doesn't look like it's straight, and in fact it wasn't straight. There was one, the bottom edge of this was a little wider than the top edge, or vice versa. I'm not even sure what way it's what orientation it's in right now, but one end of it was a little wider than the other end, so I went and trimmed it again. I am inking everything up with a little bit of walnut stains because I don't want the white core of the paper to show, and I want it to kind of just be kind of nice and deep in color, and I really like that the rich brown tones. I think it's really pretty, and they go so well with this photograph. I don't know that I could have planned it better. I wasn't actually really 100% sure how it was going to turn out when I did the mixed media, but I was really happy with the way that it turned out. When you put it with the photograph, it's just really beautiful. So there's some wood grain in the background, and then lots of creams and almost like a pinkish brown in there, and I think that looks really good. Also, I didn't get really full coverage with that desert sand, so a little bit of the white peeks through in some of the areas, which is okay because it kind of reads as that cream color, and I think it looks really nice, and kind of a bit weathered like the boards that are in the background. And so I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I am using liquid glue to hold everything down because it just does better with mixed media, especially when you're when you're gluing on top of the mixed media. But because these little panels were a little bit warped, I thought I would use the liquid glue, and then I'm using my acrylic block as my third hand to hold everything in place while I continue working on it. But that's going to give that glue a little bit of a chance to set up without allowing the paper to warp again. And I don't know. I use my acrylic blocks for this all the time. I also like it because on camera you can still see what's going on. You can see the background, and it's not like I've set a book on top of it to keep it flat. I've just used the acrylic block, and it doesn't really hinder your view very much. So I did pull out this wood veneer piece that says baby. This is from MK's shop over at Some Assemblage Required, and it came with the words brother, sister, mama and papa, I think. And I just thought it was really cute. And I know I don't really have another title, and I wanted to keep it in the same color scheme that I had going on. And so the wood veneer was just a perfect addition for that. And I'm not going to put any journaling on this for you guys to see, but I will be handwriting her name and her vital statistics on this layout after the fact. Probably just in the white space and using just a nice handwriting. So that's my plan at this point in time. There's not a whole lot more that needs to be said. It's just a beautiful picture of her, and you know, if they wanted to frame it, they could certainly do that, but I'm going to leave that up to them. So I did have this little circular chipboard piece. I'm sure it's from 49 and Market, but I'm at this point don't know what collection, because it was kind of just sitting on my desk, and I didn't pull it out of a package. It was like a leftover bit from something, and so I was like, oh, I'm going to use that because I like that it has that black ring around it, just like all of the other stuff that I've been using, and I think it looks really good. So I'm going to do that. As you'll notice, I did put another piece of that strip of mixed media down at the bottom, which is similar to what Lisa has going on in the sketch. She's got a piece coming in from the bottom. Mine is oriented a bit differently than hers, but I'm still working off that same idea. And then the flowers that I'm using are actually from 49 and Market as well. And I think it is their plum something collection. Plum Grove. So it's just from their laser cut wildflowers, and it's got a lot of purples and reds in it, and I'm picking the reds, and then the greens are really kind of olivey almost, and then almost going to having a bit of red in them as well. And so I'm using those, and I think they look really good. It also has these like little kind of like what you would the dandelion wishes, but they're not fully like bloomed or something like that. I don't know, you know, I don't know my plants very well. I'll be really honest with you. That's probably one of my least favorite things to do is garden. So, but I really like the way that they look, and they kind of bring a little bit of added softness to this layout, and I think that looks really nice. Now I am going to add a bit more of the floral bits to the bottom right hand side of the photo, just to kind of bring it around the bottom of the photo and make it feel a little bit more balanced. Right now the two clusters are directly across from each other, and I wasn't really happy with that. I knew it needed something. So I'm just going to add a couple of flowers down there and leaves, and it's going to work out fine. Now you just saw me sprinkle a little bit more of that Desert Sand Dilutions shimmer spray across from one of the clusters from the photo down to the bottom cluster. And that's going to just kind of tie the two together, and I really like the way that that looks as well. So once I get these popped onto here, I did actually use a little bit of foam tape underneath some of the flowers, especially the one that I added at the bottom of the photograph, because that circular piece is chipboard, so the flower needed a little extra support. And then lastly, I did add a couple of butterflies, and I popped those up onto some foam tape as well, just to finish everything off. That is it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, you can leave those down below. Hit that thumbs up button if you don't mind. And if you're not subscribed, I'd love for you to subscribe. And I've got links down below for the 30 Days of Sketches playlist, as well as the Mixed Media Mayhem playlist. So check those out also, and give everyone else that's playing along a little bit of love. I will be back again tomorrow with another video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.